But first, I'm John Bachman with this Newsmax Now update. The first hearing of the Benghazi House Select Committee is underway right now on Capitol Hill. South Carolina's Trey Gowdy. He's the chair of the committee, and he's promising to follow the facts of the deadly attack just over 2 years ago, but that may be hampered by missing documents. Earlier this week, Raymond Maxwell, a former State Department official, charged that staffers loyal to former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton may have removed damaging documents from the material sent over to this committee. And Iraq's prime minister says his country does not want U.S. troops on the ground there. Hadir al-Abadi added that U.S.-led airstrikes have been helpful in battling ISIS, but no foreign troops are going to be necessary. This comes after General Martin Dempsey testified yesterday that U.S. boots on the ground may be needed if President Obama's current strategy to combat ISIS fails.
Our military advisors will help the Iraqis conduct campaign planning, arrange for enabler and logistics support, and coordinate our coalition activities. If we reach the point where I believe our advisors should accompany Iraq troops on attacks against specific ISIL targets, I'll recommend that to the president.
Well, he also said that Iraq's army is probably not up to the task of fighting ISIS by themselves. Now, President Obama is in Florida still talking with military leaders about his administration's strategy to combat ISIS. The president was briefed by top military generals at CENTCOM earlier in Tampa this morning. This is not that particular briefing, and it's about to address servicemen and women at Midday Air Force Base there. In Washington, the House is expected to vote sometime today on that White House plan to arm Syrian rebels. Meanwhile, former Speaker of the House Newt Gingrich joined us here on Newsmax TV to talk about the president's handling of ISIS thus far and other issues.
People are frightened of things like ISIS. They are worried about the economy. They're worried about a border that's so porous that 60 or 80,000 children come across it. They look at all this stuff, and they feel like from Washington, from the Obama administration, they're getting gobbledygook.
There you have the former Speaker of the House, Newt Gingrich. Will have more on JD's coverage live from Washington, D.C. throughout the week. Also, Pope Francis's life may be in danger from ISIS. A top Iraqi diplomat says the group has issued what they consider a credible threat to murder the Pope. The threat comes ahead of the Pontiff's trip to Albania this weekend. The Vatican says there's no necessarily known safety threat to the Pope at this point. Also in Washington, D.C. today, Senator Sen Cantwell is threatening to strip the NFL of its tax-exempt status. The Democratic senator from Washington State says she plans to introduce legislation to the NFL or in the NFL about the NFL sometime in the near future. This after the league failed to take action against the Washington Redskins' name.
The NFL needs to join the rest of America in the 21st century. We can no longer tolerate this attitude towards Native Americans. This is not about team tradition. It is about right and wrong.
Well, Senator Cantwell announced that new strategy yesterday at a meeting rallying support for the initiative. I'm John Bachman. Another update coming up. Now back to Ed Berliner in Midpoint.